Once upon a time, a violinist played for almost 1 hour in the subway areas of New York City. Some people stared, some clapped. In all, the violinist earned about $30 in tips. However, the violinist was actually Joshua Bell, a well-known world-class musician who played at a sold-out concert in Boston just a couple nights before, all the while using a $3 million violin. Friends, that goes to show that God's talent and goodness is all around us, but it will never shine if it is outside the proper stage. Brothers and sisters, what is your stage? What gives you peace? Here's a hint. If it is anything outside of God, just know that you are probably already on the wrong stage and your talent will never be fully appreciated. Brothers and sisters, what is keeping you away from peace? Or better yet, what is distracting you from the peace that God is already giving you at the very moment? Is it war? Is it famine? Is it technology? Is it addictions? Is it pain from the past? Is it pain from someone else's actions? Is it hopes, dreams, or wishes? The only place where you and I can be at peace completely, where no one will bother you and me, where there's no defense that's ever needed in life, is in heaven. Now, you might say, well, Father Houston, I don't want to die first to be at peace. I want peace right now. And guess what? That is obtainable. Because God himself, his presence, his kingdom is right here and right now. We choose God, and peace will never, ever be taken away from you and me. And if there's any trouble or any distraction, we make way for the Lord, as John the Baptist preached. Because John was not waiting for things to happen. He wasn't waiting for things to be placed in order. He knew who he was. His joy was Christ. His heart was for Christ. His hope was in Christ. And the peace that he expected was in Christ. Now, are our own hearts in line with this kind of discipleship? Or are we waiting for things to happen in the world so that we can finally say that we are okay? As we heard in the first reading today, the people of God in the Babylonian exile received consolation that their hopes may be elevated. Now, some of us are too stuck in the mess of our own lives to see that God has chosen you and me intentionally. We allow the devil to lie, and we place our identity on the things of the world instead of where it truly belongs, in God who gives us rest. However, the mere fact that you are alive is a sign that you have a task to accomplish, and it's a great task, to demonstrate God's glory, a glory that is alive, a glory that is well, that we may make the way in our own hearts to demonstrate this goodness, as we inspire not only ourselves, but the world around us not to settle for what we are not. Making a way for the Lord is a task that you and I have been invited to do, to strip ourselves completely of what we are not. How do we do that? Well, we affirm the following statement with great joy. And I'm going to yell it just a little bit. Only God gives peace. Now you might say, well, Father Houston, what about those other things in life? Those things give me peace too. Well, let's try it out. I want you to yell that statement right aloud with these following examples. Only God gives peace. What about family?
Only God gives peace.
Well, what about friends?
Only God gives peace.
Well, what about a better house?
Only God gives peace.
A better car?
Only God gives peace.
How about a working car?
Only God gives peace.
How about the best technology?
Only God gives peace.
How about a priest that we like that celebrates Mass? When things go the way we want. I didn't really believe you guys on the last one. Friends, the gifts that we have remind us of God's peace, but those things don't actually give peace. Peace lasts forever, and the only one that gives things that can last forever is God. May the Lord empower you not to settle, not to look for peace by seeking the things of the world that come and go, because you are far better than that. When you look for peace, friends, rise up to the stage that you belong. Rise up to the stage that is in fact yours, so that when you play that violin or when you use those other gifts that the Lord has given you, you may do it for God, who is the author and fulfillment of peace.